Kate Hudson on movie critics. Why audience love matters more than reviews. Kate Hudson has long been a beloved star in Hollywood, particularly for her roles in romantic comedies that have stood the test of time. From How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days to Bride Wars and Something Borrowed, she has been a defining presence in the genre. Despite their enduring popularity, many of these films received lukewarm or even negative reviews from movie critics. However, Hudson recently opened up about her views on criticism, emphasizing that the opinions of professional critics often don't align with those of the audience. ### The evolution of film criticism. While speaking to Entertainment Weekly, Hudson shared that she believes film criticism has changed dramatically over the years. I think the critic has changed. I think in the movie world, critics who are looking at things with a certain microscope might sometimes not be looking at it as what people need, said the 45-year-old actress. She pointed out that the role of the critic has shifted, particularly in the digital age, where online reviews and social media conversations shape public opinion just as much, if not more, than traditional movie critiques. The critic has changed, meaning the whole world is a critic now, she observed. With platforms like Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, and Twitter, audiences have become vocal about what they love, often contradicting the consensus of professional reviewers. ### Making movies for the audience. Hudson elaborated on the challenge of balancing artistic intent with audience expectations. When you're making a movie to feel a certain way, I call it a spectrum. Who are you making them for? Are you making it for the critic? Are you making it for the people? She mused. She stressed that movies should be made with storytelling in mind rather than being crafted for the sole purpose of critical acclaim. You try to make the best movie possible, telling the story that you're trying to tell. If you're trying to think about it as who you're trying to please, you're probably going to miss, she explained. This philosophy reflects why many romantic comedies resonate so deeply with audiences. They may not always have intricate plots or complex cinematography, but they deliver joy, escapism, and emotional connection, qualities that often mean more to viewers than a critic's technical analysis. ### The lasting impact of romantic comedies. Hudson's body of work is proof that critical reception doesn't necessarily dictate a film's legacy. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days was not initially praised by critics but has become a cult classic over the years, beloved by fans and frequently referenced in pop culture. Similarly, Bride Wars and Something Borrowed continue to be fan favorites, rewatched by audiences looking for comfort and lighthearted entertainment. The actress made it clear that many of these films were never intended to be Oscar-winning masterpieces, but rather, enjoyable experiences for audiences. If I was set out to make Bride Wars or Something Borrowed to be some critically acclaimed, Oscar campaign-worthy movie, it would be a very different movie, Hudson remarked. Her point highlights the divide between what critics look for, often technical prowess, groundbreaking storytelling, or social commentary, and what audiences seek from certain genres. Romantic comedies in particular serve as feel-good entertainment, an escape from reality, and a celebration of love, humor, and relationships. Their worth is ultimately measured by their impact on viewers, not by how many awards they collect. ### The challenges of making romantic comedies. Hudson also addressed the misconception that romantic comedies are easy to make. I also think people don't realize how hard it is to get a movie like that made and enjoyed, she noted. The process of crafting a compelling and engaging rom-com involves strong chemistry between leads, a well-written script, comedic timing, and an ability to evoke emotions that feel genuine and relatable. Despite these challenges, Hudson and her co-stars have made it look effortless, creating films that continue to be celebrated and rewatched decades later. ### Audience over critics. A new era of film reception. In today's entertainment landscape, the gap between critical reception and audience appreciation is more pronounced than ever. Many films that receive harsh reviews find a second life through streaming services, social media, and fan communities. Hudson's insights reflect a broader shift in how movies are evaluated. With direct access to audience feedback, filmmakers now have an additional measure of success beyond critical scores. A film's lasting appeal, cultural relevance, and ability to connect with viewers often outweigh the impact of initial reviews. For Kate Hudson and many actors like her, the true measure of a movie's success isn't found in critic scores but in the love it receives from audiences. As she continues to be a staple in the romantic comedy genre, her movies will likely keep winning over hearts, no matter what the critics say.